Danny Flexen for Seconds Out here with former three-weight world champion Ricky Burns at Morrison's Gym in Glasgow. Ricky, just explain to us why you're here at the moment rather than training under Tony Sims down in London or Worley in Essex.
Well, obviously when I've got fights coming up, I'm always based down there for 12 weeks. But do you know, I'd been down training with Tony and that basically for January on off. Like I usually do like a week or 2 weeks down there, then home here for a weekend, then back down. But I've been home for the last couple of weeks. We're just waiting on a fight getting confirmed. There's been a couple of names mentioned and they seem to have fell through, so we're just playing the waiting game now, so hopefully I get some news soon.
You look back to explosive form in November when you got rid of Scott Cardle early on. Did you think that would be a bit of a resurgence and that you'd be out a bit more often since?
Well, do you know, that I would have thought so. I thought that obviously we're now in May. Like I said, I had started back training down south just after January, so I was expecting to be out probably April round about this time. But there's been no word, any names. I don't know what's happening, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully we're going to find out soon, because I'm a bit gutted training with nothing to look forward to.
And you said a few names have been mentioned but had fallen through. Can you tell us who they are and who you'd like to fight next?
There's been a few names mentioned. I'm not going to give any away, but you know, they know my attitude, and that's how I've always said I'll fight MD at all. They know that, and like I said, they know I'm always in the gym. Don't get me wrong, I'm always training and I'm always fit. But it's good to have a date in mind, so as I know myself when it's time, right, start get on the diet, start bringing the weight and that down. Like I said, I've been training, although I'm fit now and I've been training, I just really needed a date now. So hopefully find out soon.
Is there anyone in particular you'd like to fight? There's been talk about maybe a rematch with Anthony Crolla. I think Lewis Ritson's been mentioned. Ashley Theophane was another one. Any fight that particularly appeals to you?
To be honest, I just want a fight. I've not, throughout my whole career, I've never been one for calling MD out and that, and my pals and that are saying I should start getting more vocal on social media and that, calling people out, but you know, I've never done it up until now, so why start? I'll fight MD at all, and I've throughout my career I've always said that, and it doesn't really bother me. But like I said, fingers crossed we try and get something sorted soon.
Is there a particular weight you see yourself at going forward? Obviously you've won world titles through 3 different weights, and lightweight still seems to be makeable for you. So is it lightweight you see yourself, or super lightweight?
No, well, you know, in my head I want to stay at lightweight. But the way things are going, obviously, can I get a fight? I'm open to options here. Do you know what I mean? I can jump a bit.
Going up to heavyweight soon.
Although I think I do obviously lightweight a bit too easy, and I feel as if I'm too small for the weight on fight night. Whatever opportunities come my way, I think at this stage I'm just going to have to grab them with both hands. But like I said, I think there's still definitely a couple of big fights left in me. Hopefully I can get a chance to prove it.
What did you make of how Crolla got on against Vasyl Lomachenko, and what did that tell you about where you are in relation to the very top elite level at lightweight?
I don't really. Well, obviously I watched the fight, and obviously it wasn't nice to see him getting stopped like that. I thought if I was fighting Lomachenko, you wouldn't go out and stand off him. I think the only way to do it is you just need to go out and just go for it, go out swinging. That, in my opinion, that's what I would have done. But you know, what's happened, and like I said, I don't really. When I look at all the fighters and that, I don't really compare myself to that. I just take it one fight at a time, and I treat every fight the same. So, if like I said, if we get a big fight next, we'll see what happens.
What do you make of Luke Campbell being mandated now to fight Lomachenko for the vacant WBC title? Do you see that as a competitive fight?
You know, it's a great fight. Luke's been on good form here, but you know, let's be honest, Lomachenko he'd be a worst nightmare to fight. Just his movement, the angles and that. Obviously, Lomachenko would be the favourite to get into that, but I'm sure Luke would go out and get a good account of himself. Be a good fight.
Give him a decent chance. Have you done any work with Campbell now you're both based down south?
No, well, do you know, I've sparred. I think I've sparred with him a few years ago. Obviously he came up to Scotland to help me out before, and I had sparred with him down in Tony's as well. I got on really well with him, technically very, very good, but like I said there, Lomachenko just a different kettle of fish here.
Like you said, if the only way to beat him is to be aggressive and pile into him, that's not really Campbell's style, so maybe he's not the best suited to be the one who kind of upsets Lomachenko.
Well, I can't really say that, because you don't know what, obviously, looking at his trainer, what they're going to be working on. They might come out surprise you, just go for it, but in my eyes, if I was fighting him, that's what I would do. Box it out the window, drag him into a dogfight.
While Lomachenko's seen as kind of out and out the best fighter in the 135-pound division, do you look at the other fighters at world level and think there's no one there that I'd be kind of worried about fighting, or that I'd see myself as a class below? They seem to be beatable, Lomachenko aside.
No, do you know, there is lightweight now. There is a few good fighters. My pals are always laughing, but you know, I don't really watch much boxing. I prefer being in there doing it rather than, obviously, don't get me wrong, if my pals and that are fighting, the guys are training me, I always go and watch them. But I'm not really one for every weekend sitting watching all the fights and that. But I think with doing that, I've always said, I treat every fight the same, so I'm not really phased about who I fight. At that level, you're not going to get an easy fight. So you just need to do your best in the gym, put everything into it, and you know, whatever happens is going to happen on fight night.
Who do you think's your kind of natural successor as the big Scottish superstar in boxing now? Is it Josh Taylor, or is there someone even younger coming through?
100% Josh Taylor, man. Great guy, and what a fighter. He's obviously getting out here, and I do see him pulling this off at the weekend. I think his opponent's going to come out and try and stick it on him, but Josh, technically so much better, just needs to be smart early on, don't get dragged into a dogfight, and he'll bring that title home. Just wish him all the best.
You've been doing this now as a pro for 17 and a half years. When did you start amateur? How old were you then?
I think I was 12, so it's been a long time.